Total siege. Ukrainian army uses hundreds of German PzH 2000 howitzers to destroy Russian troops. With reports appearing this week that Germany approved a Ukrainian purchase of 100 Panzerhaubitze 2000 howitzers, Germany's contribution to Ukraine's artillery arsenal has re-entered the spotlight. However, that order would not be the first examples of the Panzerhaubitze 2000 to have entered Ukrainian service, as the handful which has been donated by Germany and the Netherlands thus far have already found use in Ukrainian service. As a howitzer, the Panzerhaubitze 2000 is designed to provide indirect fire support against a variety of different types of targets. The howitzer produced by the German-French armored vehicle company Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann also produces Germany's Leopard 1 and 2 main battle tanks. Developed in tandem with the German arms company Rheinmetall Landsystem, the first Panzerhaubitze 2000s were delivered to the German armed forces in 1998. Crewed by a commander, gunner, driver, and 2 loaders, the Panzerhaubitze 2000's main gun is a 155mm L-52 howitzer gun. According to Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann, the Panzerhaubitze 2000 has a range of 30 kilometers with standard ammunition, 40 kilometers when utilizing base bleed munitions, or 54 kilometers or more when utilizing certain specialized guided munitions such as the volcano or excalibur shells. Base bleed is an aeronautic improvement to projectiles which reduces their drag in order to increase their range. The Panzerhaubitze 2000's autoloader allows it to fire at a rate of 4 rounds per minute, which is augmented by a fire control computer to calculate projectile ballistics and coordinate with an artillery control system. To date, the Panzerhaubitze 2000 has seen significant service since it first entered Ukrainian service. On May 6th, the German and Dutch governments announced that they would send Ukraine 12 Panzerhaubitze 2000s and would begin training Ukrainian crews on the weapon immediately. The German howitzers were to be taken from the German Bundeswehr's maintenance pool as to avoid disruptions to its own arsenal. An additional 6 Panzerhaubitze 2000s were promised to Ukraine by the Netherlands and Germany on June 28 on the sidelines of the 2022 Madrid NATO summit. On June 21st, Ukrainian Minister of Defense Oleksiy Reznikov announced on Twitter that the Panzerhaubitze 2000s then in Ukrainian possession had officially been brought into service. Ukrainian artillerists using the howitzer in combat interviewed by Radio Free Europe/Radio Liberty spoke highly of its ability to tear through armored and non-armored targets alike, as well as its ease of operation, which requires minimal physical intervention on the part of the crew. Ukrainian media sources have also praised the performance of the howitzer in Ukraine's Donbass region. Western artillery systems such as the Panzerhaubitze 2000 delivered to Ukraine in the last 3 months have proven instrumental in blunting Russia's advantage in artillery fires in Donbass, helping to slow its advance. First reported by Der Spiegel on July 27, Germany's government approved the sale of 100 new Panzerhaubitze 2000s to Ukraine. The scale of the order means that it will likely not be fulfilled for several years, even though Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann has already started manufacturing them. However, the pace of fighting appears to have taken a toll on Ukraine's existing arsenal of Panzerhaubitze 2000s, with several examples reportedly needing urgent repair as a result of the high intensity of wear and tear that active combat service in Donbass has brought on. According to the German Ministry of Defense, 10 Panzerhaubitze 2000 howitzers have been delivered to date. While Ukraine's 100 purchased howitzers may still be far away from fighting on the battlefields of Ukraine, additional German, Dutch, or even Italian Panzerhaubitze 2000 howitzers could be sent to plug gaps as they emerge in the near future. Meanwhile, the U.S. military has been the single largest contributor of artillery guns to Ukraine after committing 90 M777 155mm howitzers and hundreds of thousands of 155mm artillery shells. The weapon systems have boosted the Ukrainian military's long-range fires capabilities, allowing Ukrainian commanders to strike targets deep behind enemy lines. When the Russian military repeatedly attempted to ford the Severodonetsk River last week, the Ukrainian military launched barrage after barrage of devastating artillery on the Russian positions, destroying approximately 80 tanks, armored personnel carriers, and infantry fighting vehicles. We do believe that the howitzers are having an impact, particularly in Kharkiv. Now, is that the only reason? I don't think we would go that far to say that, but we do believe that the systems they're getting, not just the US systems, but the systems from other countries, are absolutely helping them regain some momentum and to take back some territory, a senior US official said during a Pentagon press briefing.